in the making, a young tycoon that's sickening. Tired for it and spit like a typhoon that rains. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it. I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner pocket and pop. That's dangerous. If you aim with it, you throwing off the vibe, and I don't got time for that. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time for. I got the booze, stuck with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time.
Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. It's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
A happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his 3rd season now out of Alabama.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Jones looking to throw it on the first play. And his first look is incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. But you look at this Bronco defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window. Because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now Jones. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Randy Gregory In there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait until the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his 2nd season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, 51 yards. And the Broncos put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They've clinched the top spots to the road to the Super Bowl. It runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner, to say, okay, a lot of guys aren't going to play down the stretch. We've clinched. We're ready to go. But there's another part where you say, let's show the league why we're the #1 team. Maybe you intimidate someone. Maybe you dissuade them from thinking that they can beat you in the playoffs by going out and being really impressive down the stretch.
Absolutely, and you want to take momentum into the playoff. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. He stiff arms him. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 3rd and 5. Off-play action. Jones. Short pass caught by Henry. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now the rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week: 20 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch the matchup now because he has a nose for the end zone. So if you're a defender, what's your job? Keep him out.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Bryce Behringer now. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Taken in at the 22. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Denver. 57 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Wilson. Able to shake him off. Forced out to, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And that's a sight we feel like we've seen a lot over his career. But remember, for Russell Wilson, 3 in his first year as a Bronco last year and only 15 in the last 8 years. But he still knows how to use those wheels when necessary, and he takes care of business right there.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Patriots. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, Jones. He completes it to Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Jones. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Wilson on the move to his left. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. If you look at this Bronco defense, they were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at the 18. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true.
That's caught at the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
First down, Wilson rolling to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dietrich Wise Jr. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. There's Wilson to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. A gain of 32 that time. With that last pass, he just went ahead of Warren Moon on the all-time NFL career passing yards list.
And that's Hall of Famer Warren Moon. A significant accomplishment to be able to pass that number. Somewhere Warren is saying, but what if they added my Canada yardage? Right? My time in the Canadian Football League, that's 21,000 more yards.
Reaching up for it, and he's got it. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Marr on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over it. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Marr now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for postseason berth later in the year.
On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 38, Jones will get this underneath to Stevenson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Looking to throw. Jones. Short pass caught by Henry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Jones now. Off the play fake. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running left is Stevenson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. Back to throw. Jones. And it's caught. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw. Jones. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Back to throw. Jones.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Bullock's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Jerry Jeudy on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos have got it on cruise control.
All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, you know, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? You get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. New England's offense set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that'll be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On 3rd down, here's Stevenson.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. That's pulled in at the 32. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Matthew Stafford, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we'll head east all the way to the Steel City. Check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. He put together the kind of half you dream about. 5 touchdown passes, as his guys are well in control of this ball game.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Washington now brings this out. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 64 yards. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown. Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory, his 2nd sack of the night. He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total. He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson buying time to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are pouring it on. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Patriots ready to get the football back. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Looking to throw. Jones over the middle, complete. That's Henry. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates.
And he is just one reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Marr now to add the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So the Patriots coming out now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Ball at the 23, second and 8. Again, it's Stevenson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's third and long. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Back to throw. Jones. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And they will take over first and 10. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making
a leap, and he's got it. He got it. A huge play there for Denver, and even 50 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy from 19 yards away. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 2nd and 10, Jones checking this down to Stevenson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Jones on third down. Short pass caught by Henry. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
Oh!
Still going. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Steps away. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jerry Jeudy with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Broncos add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Jones. Short pass caught by Henry. And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is born. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Again, he'll drop to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw again on second down. Jones, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On the draw is Stevenson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 25 on second down, Jones over the middle. He's got Parker. And Parker's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he's brought down at the 16. In motion, Gesicki. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Looking to throw. Jones. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Baron Browning able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Bullock's kick is good. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver's offense now set to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now,
that's caught at the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Come the Patriots. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. What impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the fourth quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could have put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England's offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll go underneath here to Stevenson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Denver, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New England, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was